Welcome to VRC Girls. So in this video, we are going to solve some questions related to the chapter polynomials from the previous question papers. Let us see and first check the 1 mark questions. We have almost 4 to 5 sample papers over here. So in the section A, we have given the second question related to the polynomials. So I'm going to copy this question and let us solve this on a whiteboard. Yeah. So if you observe the question, the polynomials is completely related to the values of x. What is the meaning of this polynomial? Polynomial is nothing but a quadratic equation only. Okay, it's one kind of a quadratic equation. But here we have only one variable, quadratic equation with one variable, that is x. Okay, one variable, that is x. You need to observe that polynomial is also a quadratic equation with one variable x. So here they have given one quadratic polynomial. Let us write down that the polynomial is here 3x square plus 8x plus k. This is the polynomial. We generally write it as p of x. Okay, p of x is what? 3x square plus 8x plus k. So generally the quadratic equation will be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So a, b, c are the coefficients of the variable x. I repeat, a, b, c. A, B, C are the coefficients of the variable x. Alright, done. Come on, let us see what are the variables here. Now, what is A value, what is B value, what is C value? From this quadratic equation, let us write down. So, A value is 3, this is the one, and B value is 8, this part, and C value is K, this one. So, A is equal to 3, B equal to 8, C equal to K. This is our quadratic equation done. So what we need to find out and what they have given exactly here, let us see. If 1 0 of the polynomial, so I just want to explain you what is the term 0. Zeros are nothing but the values of x. Zeros are nothing but the values of x. How we will find the values of x? We also can say like these are the roots that are coming from the quadratic equation. Generally, we do factorization. Yes, or like we do factorization for the quadratic equation, we will find out the values of x. We call them as roots of x. So that values we call in another name zeros in chapter polynomials. So we get two values of x. Okay, number two values of x. Done. How to find out this? Yes, they have given some clues or some conditions over here. We need to find out the condition. They told that 1 0 of the polynomial is the reciprocal. What is the meaning of reciprocal? It is like 1 by that 0 of the other. Then the value of k is. We need to find the value of this k. Alright, yes, let us do that. So what they have given? They have given that, for example, the first 0, I am taking it as alpha. If 0 is alpha, the another is the reciprocal of that. The reciprocal of that first 0, that is 1 by alpha. First 0 is alpha, the second one is the reciprocal of that 0, that is 1 by alpha. Done. So we need to find the values of k. So whenever you go to the chapter polynomials, some important formula are there, where only the limited formula are there. You need to remember that. I just want to explain the formula as well in this question, so that the formula, important formula, will also be covered along with the question also. Yes. So we have sum of zeros. So here I am taking alpha beta as my zeros. Okay. If I take alpha beta as my zeros, then sum of zeros is equals to alpha plus beta. Sum means plus is minus b by a. And alpha beta product of zeros means alpha into beta is equal to c by a. These are the two very important formula in the polynomials. Done. So now check which formula will be suited here in this question. If I take the sum of zeros alpha plus beta, that is b by a minus 8 by 3. I cannot find the value of k by this first formula. So what I do, I take the second formula, that is alpha into beta, that is equal to c by a, because c is k. I need k value, so I am going to opt this. I'm not going to opt this, I'm going to opt the second formula, that is some product of zeros alpha into beta is equals to c by a. So c is what here? K. What is a? 3. Done. So what is beta here? Beta is nothing but 1 by alpha. Come on. Alpha into 1 by alpha is equals to k by 3. So numerator alpha, denominator alpha will be cancelled. So what will happen? K by 3 is equals to 1. That implies k is equals to, divided by 3 goes here, becomes 1 into 3 and k value is 3. So the answer is 3. So which option is that? That is A option, 3. Alright, so this is the way how we need to find out by using our two formulas, sum of zeros and product of zeros, and find the value of k. Always be sure that in the question they will be giving some other clue or some other things. So please go see the given thing in the question. By taking that given part, we are going to solve and find out the thing that they want. Alright. So let us see the second question in the quadratic polynomial. Okay, this is the second question. Write a quadratic polynomial whose sum and product of zeros respectively are 4 and 1. Come on, let us do that on our whiteboard. Yes, here is a question. So, you need to understand that there is a standard formula to find a quadratic polynomial. So, that formula is, I'm going to write here. This is a standard quadratic equation. Standard quadratic equation is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This standard equation will be used when sum of zeros and product of zeros are given. Please note this point. When you know the value of sum of zeros alpha plus beta, and when you know also the product of zeros alpha beta, then you can use a direct formula and find the standard quadratic equation, right? So they already have given in this question the sum is 4 and the product is 1. Come on. Sum of zeros alpha plus beta they gave us 4 and alpha beta they gave us 1. Just directly substitute the numbers in the formula and you will get the answer. Let us do that. X square minus 4x plus 1. Done. This is our answer. The A part is the answer. Right? Yes. Yes, in this sample third question paper, the second question they asked about the polynomial topic only. A polynomial of degree has how many zeros, okay? Yes, it's a direct question. Let me explain that clearly. Yes, I have already copied here. Done. Yes. So, what is a polynomial? A polynomial is generally a quadratic equation with one variable. Yes, it's a quadratic equation with one variable, that is x. Yeah, done. So generally it will be like ax square plus bx plus c, done. In our 10th standard, in our 10th polynomials, we are generally using only quadratic equation. So first look at the first x term, first variable. The degree is 2. Because the degree is 2, we are getting two values of x here. If we have cubic polynomial like ax cubed plus bx square plus cx plus d, then look at the first degree, first x term. Here the degree is 3. So we will get 3 values of x. Done. And now I'm going to take another with some other degree. I'm going to take x power 5 and just goes on. So now look at the first degree. So because the degree is number 5, it has 5 values. Similarly, if I have n, this is what the question has been asked. N, ax power n plus go on. What, how many values will be the that equation has particularly. So see, look here, because it has n, the degree n, how many values it will be? N values. Yes. Just the degree itself tells us how many values of x are going to come. Alright. Because it has the power n, it has at least n zeros. Not more than, not at most. It is having at least n zeros. Okay. Done. So here in this question, they have given you the graph y equal to p of x, and we need to understand how many zeros are there from this graph. So it's just look the line where it's been touching the both x-axis line and y-axis line. All right, it's touching at one point. Yes, here is the 1 point. So here it is 1 0. Second point on the y-axis, 2 zeros. Third point on the x-axis, so it is 3 zeros. And fourth point on the x-axis itself, so it is 4 zeros. So total we have 4 zeros. Just focus on the points that's been touching on both the axis x and y. Then you will get the number of zeros from the graph. Yes. Yes. Another question from another paper. So they have given us if a polynomial p of x is given by p of x is equal to x minus 5x plus 6, then the value of p of 1 plus p of 4 is. So it is not a quadratic equation, it is a linear equation because here the degree is 1. See, the degree is 1. So it is a linear polynomial. Alright, with one variable x. So p of 1. So in the place of x, we need to substitute, replace the variable x with number 1. And here in p of 4, we are going to replace the x value with number 4. Let us do that. First, let us go with p of 1 is equals to, in the place of x, you have to just replace it as number 1. 1 minus 5 into 1 plus 6 is equals to 1. Okay, 5 in bracket means into 1. Okay, bracket means into. 5 into 1 is 5 plus 6 is equals to, first do this. 1 minus 5 is minus 4 plus 6. 6 minus 4, that is 2. Always go with a bigger number sign, that is plus 2. Now let us go do p of 4. Just write the number 4 in the place of x. 4 minus 5 into 4 plus 6 is equals to 4 minus 5 fours are 20 plus 6. So 4 minus 20 is minus 16 plus 6. So 16 minus 6 is 10. Here the bigger number sign is minus. So minus 10. So what we have to do? P of 1 plus P of 4. We need to add both the values. P of 1 is 2. P of 4 is minus 10. So 2 minus 10 is minus 8. So the answer is minus 8. Alright? Yes. Yeah. So let us jump to the 3 marks questions. Mostly from the polynomials we are getting 1 mark, 3 mark questions. So the first 3 marks question in our first sample question paper is here. So find the zeros of the polynomial of certain equation and verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Let us solve this on a whiteboard. So here is the question. Yes. 2x square minus 5x plus 2. So I just want to write it down because it was not written properly over here. Yeah. So the polynomial given the equation is 2x square minus 5x plus 2. Let us cross check whether the question is correct or not. 2x square minus 5x plus 2, and what we need to do here is we need to verify the relationship between zeros and also the coefficients. As I told you in the previous 1 mark questions, zeros are nothing but the values of x. Okay, because it is a quadratic polynomial, the degree is 2, so we will get two values of x here, and those will be our alpha and beta. And once we are done with alpha and beta, we also have two important formulae here. Those are alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, sum of zeros, and alpha beta is equal to c by a, that is product of zeros. So we need to verify the relationship both on the left hand side and also on the right hand side, whether they are correct or not, and we need to prove that. That is a question. All right. So first thing is how to find out the values of x, how to find the zeros. That is a very important and the most part of the question. So we need to do the, we need to find the roots. Come on, let us do that. 2x square minus 5x plus 2 is our given polynomial. Okay, and these are polynomial. Now come on. First multiply 2 into 2. Okay, first multiply 2 into 2. 2 into 2. That is equals to 4. Also, please never forget to see the signs. Check the sign. It is plus 2 into plus 2 is plus 4. And now think of the factors. 4 will be there in the 2 table, that is 2 into 2, 4. And also 4 will be there in the 4 table, that is 4 ones are 4. Now you need to choose any one of factors that will suit you. When you add the two numbers, you need to get minus 5. Okay, you need to get minus 5. So when I go with 2 twos are 2 plus 2 is 4 and doesn't suit with minus 5. So I am choosing 4 ones are 4. Okay, 4 ones are 4. So when I add, it is 5. But I want to get minus 5. When I multiply both signs, I need to get plus 4. When I add both the numbers, I need to get middle term, that is minus 5. So I am going to choose 2 minus. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Just a minute. Yes. It is minus. Minus into minus is plus 4. When I add them, minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5. I repeat again, when you multiply, see I am doing here minus 4 into minus 1, I am going to get plus 4. Yes, done. Now I need to add the numbers. Minus 4 minus 1, I'll get minus 5. Yes, this is part and this is done. So you need to cross check here while doing the factors only. You need to be very careful because if one sign is changed, the entire problem goes wrong. So be very careful while doing the factors. So minus 4 minus 1 is the right factors that I got, and in the place of minus 5 you need to just replace there. Yes, just write down 2x square exactly like that. In the place of minus 5x, I am going to write as minus 4x minus x plus 2. Okay, now separate as two terms, segregate it as two terms. From 2x square minus 4x, what terms you can take it as common? I can take it as 2x as common. When 2x comes out, the remaining term is x minus 4. Yeah, am I right? No, see, I took 2 also outside, so 4 doesn't come here. So let me rub it. Yeah. X minus 2. Once multiply and cross check whether you're doing right or wrong. 2x into x is 2x square. 2x into minus 2 is minus 4x. Done. You should not change anything here. And come on. Now I'm taking minus 1 as common. So I'm just writing x minus 2. See here, always be sure that this term and this term must be same. X minus 2, x minus 2. So in such a way you have to take the common terms out. Alright, done. Now again take the common term, that is x minus 2, and the remaining term is 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. Always equated to 0 in order to find the zeros of x. Now come on, x minus 2 is equals to 0 and 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. So when minus 2 goes here, x value will become 2 here. So 2x is equals to minus 1 goes here plus 1, x is equals to 1 by 2. So I got x values as 1 comma 1 by 2. Alright, done. Now the second part is there over here. The second part is that we need to verify the relationship. How we will verify the relationship? So alpha value, now I got the alpha value as 1 and beta value I got as 1 by 2. Okay. Let's verify the relationship between the coefficients and zeros by this two formula that we already know. So alpha plus beta is equals to how much? Minus b by a. Come on. 1 plus 1 by 2 is equals to, what is minus b and a? Here in our quadratic polynomial, we have the coefficients already written here. Okay, in order to avoid confusions, write down the values. A value is 2, B value is minus 5 and C value is 2. Okay, minus B. Put the minus sign like that only, and B is minus 5. Minus of minus 5 by A is 2. Okay, it is plus 5 by 2 will be the RHS, and LHS we will do. 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1 5. Yes, 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is LHS and 5 by 2 is RHS. Hence, it is proved. The sum of zeros is proved. And let us find out the RHS, the product of zeros also. Alright. So, what is the formula for the product of zeros? The product of zeros is alpha and beta is equal to C by A. So we have alpha beta is equals to C by A. So our zeros are 2 and 1 by 2. So yes. Sorry, here it is 2. Sorry. 2 into 1 by 2 is equals to, what is C? C value is 2 and A value is also 2. So 1 is the RHS and here also LHS is also 1. So 1 is equals to 1, hence LHS is equals to RHS and hence proved. Done. So the product of zeros is proved and also the sum of zeros is also proved. Hence it is verified. Hence it is verified. Done. This is the way how we will find the zeros of the polynomial and verify the relationship between them. The first part is to find the zeros, do factors and find the roots, find the values of x. Those values will become your alpha beta, and by that alpha beta you need to find the sum of zeros and product of zeros. Both LHS and RHS you need to prove. Alright. Hope you understood this problem. Yeah. Done. So let us go. Yes, so let us do another example by taking the same kind of question pattern. So I am going to take a polynomial, that is p of x is equals to 5x square plus 12x plus 7. The same thing, I need to find zeros and also I need to verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. So let us first do the factors. Yes, how to do? First multiply plus 5 into plus 7. So plus 5 into plus 7, that is 7 5s are 35, that is plus 35. So I need to find the factors. For 35 I have only two factors, that are 5 7s and 7 5s are. So I'm just taking directly as 5 7s are. So because 5 plus 7 gives you plus 12. It's all plus, so it's very easy, no problem. Yeah, let us see that. So 5x square, in the place of 12x, I'm going to write it as 5x plus 7x plus 7 is equal to 0. So let us take common from the first two terms and the second two terms. Okay, yeah. 5x, I'm taking common out. So if I take 5x common, already one x is out, so another x will be there. Plus, here also completely 5x is out, so the remaining term will be 1. Plus, here I am going to take it as 7 as a common term because in the both terms 7 is there. X plus 7 is already out, so 1 is equals to 0. Yeah. Now the common term is x plus 1 and the next term is 5x plus 7 is equals to 0. X plus 1 is equals to 0 and 5x plus 1 is equals to 0. From this term we are going to get the answer x equal to minus 1 and from this term we are going to get minus 1 by 5. So alpha is minus 1 and beta is minus 1 by 5. Now let us verify the relationship. Okay, so we have the first thing, that is sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, and the next part is alpha into beta is equals to c by a. Alpha is minus 1, beta is minus 1 by 5 is equal to, what is a, b, c? I'm going to write here. From the equation, a value is 5, b value is 12 and c value is 7. B is minus 12 by A. A is 5. Come on. So we got minus 12 by 5 in the RHS side, right hand side. Let us see whether we get the same value in the left hand side. 5 into minus 1, minus 5, minus 1. Okay. Minus 6 by 5. So I got LHS as minus 6 by 5 and RHS as minus 12 by 5. So no, this is not correct. See here, we got minus 6 by 5 here and minus 12 by 5 here. Hence, it is not equal. Let us check alpha beta equal to C by A. Alpha beta is what? Minus 1 into minus 1 by 5. Okay, yes, plus 1 by 5, I got the answer from the in my left hand side. All right, yes, and is equals to c by a. C by a, c is 7 and a is 5. See, I got here also, here in the left hand side I got 1 by 5, the right hand side I got as 7 by 5. Hence even these both are not equal, hence it is not proved. Okay, it is not proved. It is not verified. Okay, done. So here we have another 3 marks question, very important kind of question. Okay, so they have given alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial for the polynomial p of x is equals to 6y square minus 7y plus 2. See, am I right? No, I'm wrong. Because here the variable is y, not x. So yes, we need to write it as p of y because they use the variable number y. Sorry, no, it's not a number, it's a variable. Okay, done. So p of y is equal to 6y square minus 7y plus 2. This is the polynomial they have given and we need to first find out, just a minute Aya. Yes, they have given the polynomial p of y is equals to 6y square minus 7y plus 2. Done. And first let us find out the zeros, what are alpha and what is and what is beta. Alright, so let us do factors quickly. That is 6 into 2, that is equals to 12. And for the number 12, we have 6 2s are 12 and 4 3s are 12. So I will go with the 4 3s are 12 because when I add, I need to get the number 7. But let us see the signs. So I'll going with minus and minus. Minus into minus is plus 12 and minus 4 minus 3 gives you minus 7. Yes. So 6y square minus 4y minus 3y plus 2 is equals to 0. Now let us take, what can I take common here? See, so always while taking the factors, be very careful. See, I cannot take common here. Yeah, but because here something, because here also I cannot take the number common. So always while writing the numbers, write in an order so that you can take common. Yes. So now what I am doing is, I'm going to take it as minus 3 into minus 4. Okay, minus 3 into minus 4. So now I can write it like this. 6y square minus 3y minus 4y plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, now I can take 3y common because 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. Just changing one number, see how much difference it is creating. So never get confused, just change the numbers and you can take it as common. Yeah, 3y I'm taking common, 3 twos are 6, another y will be there and minus 1. Here also I can take 2 as common because 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Minus 2 I'm taking common. Okay, so 2y minus 1 is equals to 0. So minus 2 into 2y becomes minus 4y, minus 2 into minus 1 becomes plus 2. Done. Now let us do 3y minus 2 is equal to 0 and 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. And then from y we will get 2 by 3 and from here y is equals to 1 by 2. So we got the alpha as 2 by 3 and beta as 1 by 2. Done. This alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial 6y square minus 7y plus 2. Now we need to find a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. Let us do these questions. Yeah. So what is alpha here? 2 by 3. Come on. 1 by 2 by 3, comma 1 by 1 by 2. So it will become like 3 by 2. It will go reverse and here it will go reverse and 2. So here our new zeros are 3 by 2 and 2. Okay, so be very careful. So our new zeros, that is 1 by alpha, we got it as 3 by 2 and 1 by beta, we got the value as 2. By using these two zeros, we need to find the quadratic polynomial. Alright, so don't write 1 by alpha, I can write it as alpha only because now it is in our new alpha and new beta. Alright, so I am writing as, this is now my new alpha and this is my new beta. Come on. And we know how to find out the quadratic polynomial. There is a standard quadratic polynomial I already said. Okay, what is that? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. X square minus, what is alpha plus beta? 3 by 2 plus 2 is a new alpha beta and again 3 by 2 into 2 is equals to 0. X square minus 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 3 7. So minus 7 by 2x plus 2 2 cancel plus 3 is equals to 0. Okay, now just take the LCM of 2. So then I'm going to take LCM 2. So it becomes like 2x square minus 7x plus 6 is equals to 0. Divided by 2 send here on the right hand side. 2x square minus 7x plus 6 is equals to 0 is our new quadratic polynomial. Okay. So because they have given here the variable y, in place of x you can use the term y because they already have given the question y. So I'm just changing the x value to y. Okay, it is like y square. 2y square minus 7y plus 6. So our new polynomial p of y is 2y square plus, sorry, minus 7y plus 6 equal to 0. Done? Yes. Yes, and here we go with another 3 mark question from the chapter polynomials. So the question is here, if alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial x square plus x minus 2, then we need to find the value of alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. Let us write down the polynomial that is given. P of x is given as x square plus x minus 2. Alright, so first let us find out what are zeros alpha and beta. What are alpha and beta? Alpha and beta are nothing but the values of x. So we need to find out the roots. Okay, done. So minus 2. So how to do the roots? There's only one root, that is 2 ones are 2. So we need to get plus x. So I'm going with plus 2 and minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is plus 1 and 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Come on, write it down. X square plus 2x minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Yeah, come on. I'm taking common, x as common, x plus 2 minus 1 as common, x plus 2, that is equal to 0. So x plus 2 is equals to 0 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. From this we got x value as minus 2 and from this we got x value as plus 1. So this is our alpha and this is our beta. Yes, now we got alpha and beta values. Now let us find the value alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. So what is alpha value? Minus 2. Okay, here is a minus 2 and by beta value 1 plus beta value 1, alpha value minus 2. Come on, take the LCM 1 and 2. The LCM will be 2 only. So 1 into 2, 2. 2 into 2 minus 4 minus 2 into 2 4 into 1 4. This is the minus that have taken from the denominator minus. Okay, don't get confused. So denominator doesn't have minus, so it is plus into minus is minus only. So I have written here minus 4. So minus 4 is minus 8 by 2. 2 ones are 2 fours are. So the answer is minus 4. Hence alpha by beta plus beta by alpha value is minus 4. Done. Yes, and here we got another question. So it's a different kind of polynomial where you can see 2x square minus 1 plus 2 root 2 into x plus root 2. So whilst by seeing the question itself, a student will really get confused and scared. So what is all about? So don't get confused. So just every time when they give a polynomial, some polynomials, especially this kind of roots, they have given, it will be like a direct question, no need to do the factors. First solve the polynomial itself. Try to solve the polynomial itself first. So let us do that. Step 1 I'm doing. First step I'm doing is 2x square. I'm just multiplying the x to the inside terms minus x minus 2 root 2x plus root 2. Now I'm just taking the first two terms, second two terms are separated and from 2x square minus x I'm writing in one bracket and minus 2 root 2x, okay, minus root 2 in one bracket. Alright, two terms I'm writing it as in two parts so that I can take common. So from the first group, from the first set, that is 2x square minus x, I can take x as out. So it becomes like 2x minus 1. And here in this group, I can take root 2 as common. So minus root 2, if I take it out, it comes like 2x minus 1 again. Yes, sis. I always say that both the brackets in the first group and second group that you have taken common must be the same. And we got it, that is 2x minus 1 equated to 0. Yes, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0 and x minus root 2 is equal to 0. And from the first group, 2x equal to 1 and x equal to 1 by 2. And from here, I got x value is equals to root 2. So 1 by 2 and root 2 are our zeros. This is my alpha and this is my beta. Now what I have to do, I need to find the relationship. I need to verify it. So my formulas are alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a is my first thing. And next part is alpha beta equal to c by a. Alpha is 1 by 2 plus root 2. So I feel like to erase some part. So yeah, let me erase and explain you neatly. So while doing LHS and RHS also be very careful while solving because it's roots. Yeah, and this is 0. All right. So let me draw a line. Yep, done. Yes. So alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. Okay, first let us solve the left hand side. Alpha is what, ma? So alpha is 1 by 2 and plus root 2. I'm writing here. Alpha is 1 by 2 and beta we got as root 2. So 2 into root 2 plus 1 by 2 is our LHS. Let us see what is RHS we are getting. Minus b. Put the minus like that only. What is b value? Minus 2 root 2. Minus 2 root 2 by, sorry, the b value is here. 1 plus 2 root 2. I'm seeing the second step. We have to take b value from the first polynomial itself. What is minus b? Yeah, minus b is 1 plus 2 root 2 by, what is a? A is 2. Okay. Yep. That is equals to minus 1 minus 2 root 2 by 2. Yes. See here. The mistake was that here it is a minus b. The minus I wrote, but the b is also having minus 1 plus 2 root 2. That is why I got here the wrong. So if you're getting something confusion, go cross check the before step. Okay, yeah, done. See, minus of minus 1 plus 2 root 2. Okay, divided by 2. So minus into minus is plus. So we got it as 2 root 2 plus 1 by 2. See, same answers. Hence LHS is equals to RHS. Hence it's verified. The first part is verified. The second formula we have is alpha beta is equals to C by A. So alpha is what here? 1 by 2 into root 2. So it is root 2 by 2. So let us see what is C also. These are left hand side. C. C is what? Root 2. Root 2 by 2. Yeah. So we got both same. Root 2 by 2, root 2 by 2. Hence LHS is equals to RHS. Hence even this part is also verified. Okay, done. So here we didn't do any factors. We have just directly took common from the polynomial itself. Okay. Hope you understood this.